Leo from SolarEdge. Thanks very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you very much.
And it's appropriate timing because I believe you've just been
Awarded
received
with
an award at the
Innovation
Intersolar
Award
Europe
for our
Show.
HD wave technology, yes.
So why not talk about the product itself, I guess?
Why not?
Sure. So HD Wave is the inverter that you guys brought out towards the end of last year
Right.
and been launching it across the world since then, really, I guess.
Exactly.
What is it that makes an award-winning product?
So, I think the product specification speaks for themselves. Okay, this is an inverter that can output power up to almost 8 kilowatts at the size of which is less than half the size of standard similar inverters you can find in the market, and at an efficiency of 99%. So. Power density is greatly related to cost, and this is new technology, but after it ramps up, eventually it will help drive down the cost of PV inverters.
Sure.
It is really based on a new power topology. So inverter topologies, I don't think there has been many new innovations in inverter topologies for years. And people have been focusing on improving the switches, which are the key driver for the performance of the inverter.
Sure.
What we realized that there are excellent switches, but with excellent performance that are used in the low voltage electronics industry. And we found a topology that, coupled with very strong and powerful DSP algorithms, can use many low voltage switches, and they can behave like a high performance, high voltage switch. And that's the key. That's the key innovation here. It's a combination of new power topology and very strong processing algorithms. The good thing about processing algorithms is that these days, computers evolve at such a fast rate that you can get the processing power needed. And literally, processing power is the only thing holding us back from taking this product and making it even smaller and more efficient. So it's good news because hopefully we can do it soon.
So in addition to working more efficiently, you're saying as a lot of it was about reducing the kind of large mechanical parts to it as well.
So that's the secret behind. Inverters today, most inverters, a large part of their cost is driven by copper and ferrite iron and aluminum. These are there because the switching frequency is limited. So the frequency that the inverter operates at is limited because of the switching elements. So you need large filters. They are there because the performance of the switches is limited. So the inverters dissipate heat. So you need a lot of aluminum to cool them down. Once you solve this central point of a new topology, which increases efficiency and increases switching speed, everything becomes much smaller. So the amount of magnetics in this inverter is 16 times smaller than a standard similar single-phase inverter. The amount of aluminum here is 2 to 3 times smaller. And it all comes from the basic power topology.
What scales of solar installations would you expect to find this deployed in? And,
the technology is general. You can apply to any type of inverter. We are now commercially shipping single-phase inverters. Naturally, single-phase inverters are for the residential space and I would say small-scale systems.
Sure.
But following this, we will use HD wave technology and launch commercial-scale inverters, and then once you have a commercial-scale string inverter, you can support any size of installation.
It's like a building block, and this
Exactly.
is the first,
Exactly.
kind of the first big
Exactly.
step.
So we're already shipping our 33 kilowatt commercial scale inverter based on traditional technology. Just the inverter, we will eventually go HD wave
Sure.
with that inverter also.
Okay. And how does this compare on price with other inverters?
So, like all new technology, when CRT TVs moved from CRT to flat screen TVs initially at least were more expensive because it's a new technology, but once ramp up came, the prices of TVs today, you have 5 times better performance at probably 5 times lower price. So here we have a similar thing, okay? moving from traditional inverters to HD wave is exactly the same thing. We're getting rid of all the heavy materials. So eventually, at evolution, this will be a much cheaper product. I would say at least we can cut down 30% of the cost, but that is an issue of evolution, of mass production. Initially, like all new technologies, there will be price difference.
Sure. And finally, which markets are you planning to, well, I know it's already available in some regional markets, but what's the sort of, the map?
So we are already shipping these inverters in Europe. And following that, we will start shipping them in US and Asia. But at the end of evolution, all of our inverters will be HD wave, and since we sell globally, it's going to be globally.